Witness my power!
Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the stream. That's the music off. We don't want to do that. There we go. Hello. Today we are carrying on with our D&D campaign. It is episode 16. Can you believe there has been 16 episodes of this? That means we've been doing this for 16 weeks. That is a many. Well, no, we do for more like because we missed 2, so we've been doing it for 18 weeks. Wow, that is wild. The D&D has been going this long. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jub. Hello, Nemeth. Hello, Pogue. Thank you so much for the resub, Pogue. Thank you. Hello, Gwen. I hope you're all doing very good. So all the usual things. You can do D&D, and you can do who. If people want to know, everyone who's here, and also all the notifications, etc., are muted during the STWAM. But if there are any things, I will talk about them at the end of the session and say thank you and all the rest of it. But I will really appreciate it. I will say that beforehand. It won't make a noise during the stream, obviously, so we don't interrupt the flow. Hello, Shark Doggo. Welcome. We don't have a Jade today. Jade is very busy, and we're supposed to have an M, but as far as I know, we do not at the current time. But she will be here eventually. And the VOD for today's session should be up tonight on my YouTube. But if not, it'll be there by tomorrow. It'll be depending on how quickly YouTube updates it. Or uploads it. Yeah. Do I have anything else? I don't think there's any other announcements. So I think we'll get over. We'll say hi to everyone, and then we'll do an introduction probably. So, yeah. Oh, well, let Devil have the horn. The horn can complete first. Hello, Devil. Welcome. Oh, I gotta wait. Shark Dog, I'm waiting. We will wait 1 second.
I am an idiot with a box and a screwdriver. Just passing through, helping out.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Shark Dog. Okay, we will go over to the right thing now. And let's get some music on. Boop, boop. Not that one. We need ambient music. Ambient music. Should we have this epic journey? Because we're going to be epic journeying. And then we can get over to the right channel. Hello? I was delaying it. I was keeping it a surprise. Also, I definitely wasn't messing around with a different tab whilst I was reconnecting. Wow. You're all age cursed. Also, why is this music loud? There we go. Okay. So we are joined today by Ursulim. What is the voice though? That's the real question. It's Cockney Batman if you needed help being reminded. Yeah. We're not going to Birmingham, but alright. I love the crunch so much. I love the crunch. I have an image of the camera is panning through just like at the beginning of a movie introducing all the main characters, and then you can just see Aira at the back just having a snack. That's exactly the energy this is, and I love it. Yeah. Cosmo dollars. Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. I'll think of other ones, but Cosmo dollars is what we'll use for now. But anyway, we also have Roz. There we go.
How's it going, champ? That's all I got.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the audio is all fixed now. Because I keep having to mess things. Because all the settings are wrong from before. That's fine. Oh, you didn't hear
good.
Ursulim at all? That's okay.
What?
It should be fixed now. Wait, can you say something again?
No,
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
fucking outraged by this.
Yeah, you got censored apparently because I had the audio wrong. But it should
Can't
be fixed
believe it. That was fucking gold as well.
I heard him just fine.
True.
See? Never knows what I said was good.
We have Azander here.
Hello. Any clerics? Eepers? Just one.
Good. So we're also joined by Aira, moving swiftly on from Garn. Yep, I was
And that's
expecting that.
exactly what we expected.
Thank you.
The loudest crunch in the West.
Crunch. And also, we, in theory, will be joined by Felicite, but I will introduce Em when she gets here. It's such a good crunch noise, isn't it? It's such
Another
a
one.
good crunch noise.
Should be a stock sound.
It's
Yeah,
so
there we go.
good! What are you crunching to make it?
Pink and white wafers.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that would make a good crunch. Anywho, should we do a reminder of what has transpired up to this point? So, last time, the party, had inquired previously about whether or not there was going to be airships, as they wanted to make their way to Haliashna, a very large city to the east of Adrisia, where they are. They discovered from the, I suppose, shipwright engineer, many a title will be bestowed upon them at some point, but Thelian, who said that there would be an airship arriving soon. Whilst the party was waiting, they learned that there had been a quite violent attack on the emissary from city of Lomba, which they did some minor investigations, but decided it was better not to get too involved when they want to be making their way to Haliashna at some point. Kind of a if we put our foot in it now, they might get stuck, I think was the energy that it came across as. So they got onto the airship and began their journey northwards. But one member of the party was strangely absent for most of the first day of travel, as Felicite managed to get herself trapped inside the puzzle box, which eventually she managed to find a way out, but not before morning had arrived, and in a quite embarrassing scene, she was expelled from the puzzle box with some more information about what it is and how it functions. But I do not believe that she told the party any of that. The party was just sort of standing there. So we are there, the start of the day, like that was in the morning, sort of 10, 11. And that is where we are. You are all... Did we roll for weather today?
Probably not.
I don't think we rolled for weather last time. So we're going to roll for weather anyway. If the weather was rolled for before, I forgot, that's fine. So somebody roll me a D100, and we'll find out what the weather's doing, then I can describe it.
So, who's on this one?
I got it.
There we go.
Maybe we should
54.
roll a dice to decide.
No, we don't need to
It's
roll a
more
dice.
than
It was a 50, was it, Nemeth?
54.
54? Okay, so that is the same as before. So it is... there isn't rain coming. There's not a storm on its way. It's very much the same as it was yesterday. Probably a little bit overcast, but not too bad. Not too warm, not too cold. Just a normal day.
Boring.
Wow. So yeah. You have all just seen your friend scamper is probably the right word here. Off to your rooms after being expelled from the puzzle box, and you are there. Did she grab the puzzle box? I assume she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So you're all
believe
there
so.
and Arlen's also there, looking a bit puzzled, but not shaken or anything. Just, oh, that happened.
Yep, sure did.
That was one of the things. So what would everyone like to do? Don't everyone speak at once.
I'm still like sulking slash just ing on the deck, so you know.
Still just sprawled there looking up.
Not just looking to the side like, the hell are you guys doing?
What was why was Felicity naked on this ship?
You know, when you start investigating things for a living, sometimes you learn that there are some questions you don't want the answer to. It's one of them.
Oh, I didn't know where you were
For
going.
me,
with that.
that's one of them.
Well, all right, cool. I will think no more about what just happened. This mystical puzzle box that Felicity emerged from is out of my mind forever. Let's have a drink.
Why has he become like an old man Ursulim?
I aged 100 years in the last episode I was here, in case you forgot. That may have been a joke, but it may have become canon.
A mysterious force aged you 100 years. I love it.
It's possible. It's hard to say, you know. It's also... This accent is a difficult one, you know. It
It's
doesn't
also
come
changed
easy.
3 times.
Yes, it doesn't come easy
Today.
to me.
It's as consistent as Felicity's, I'll put it that way.
Yes.
Very good.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
It comes from the throat, you know, see? And therefore, it can depend just on how much I drank that day. And how much... I don't mean alcohol for a change this time. I mean actual water.
Well,
This is what happens when he drinks water. His voice
Yes.
changes depending on the liquid he's consumed.
and the
I drank all
salinity
the
of the
booze
water.
that we brought with us on the first night. It's a problem. I'm going to sound like an angel by the time we get there.
Oh no.
Fantastic. Perhaps you can sing along with the captain's bird.
Oh? I didn't even notice the bird. Are we standing right next to it, probably? Is it on his shoulder right now?
The kingfisher is not on Olin at the present time. It's probably just sort of watching everybody from one of the like the edges of something. Just like it's always got its eye on you is the point. It's not necessarily following you. It's just sort of on the ship, and the ship is only so big so you can be observed at all points basically.
Well, I'm going to go down below deck, find a post that I can't possibly hurt in the slightest, and do some focus drills.
Okay.
Punch the magic floaty stone.
Yes. Punch the thing that keeps the ship afloat.
No, no, no. I'm staying way the hell away from that. That thing's only gonna spell trouble if I'm anywhere near it.
Oh, it can fly and it can spell. That's cool.
Smart rocks. So, Roz goes down below deck, and yeah, there's a space that you can practice your punch times.
Mm.
Everybody else.
Xander is very much firmly planted on the floor because he has quickly discovered he does not like flying.
Very fair. While
He is not
everyone,
moving unless he needs to.
yeah, I assume in the middle of the deck as well.
Oh. We just lost a wheat.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fine.
um,
Blah, 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 blah.
well, I still M will get here one day. I'm shaking and crying.
Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're sort of in the middle of the room, or in the middle of the deck, feet planted on the ground.
Oh, no, Xander is very much on his ass. He is
Oh, you're
as close to the
sitting.
floor as he can be.
Fair.
You're not hugging it. Like, you're not, like, belly down, like, gripping anything you can get a hold of. Like,
I don't know.
just shuffling
He's not
around on your ass.
terrified. It just kind of makes him feel ill. It upsets his tummy.
No.
That's a kitty.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, seeing you also variously going about your activities, Olin is going to sort of look and kind of see that they are not required and proceed back up the mast to where they were before and engage with their book, which is, in their mind, much more interesting.
Probably not wrong.
What a nerd.
Wow. Why are you bullying the wizard, the literal book nerd?
The one who's keeping this thing afloat.
Oh, that's a rock.
The one
Well,
who knows how to use the rock.
Yeah. If you would like to mutiny and take over the ship, and you want to try and figure out how to fly the ship, then you're welcome to try.
Rock,
Probably
tell
not the
me
best idea
secrets.
to do.
So the ship during the course of the morning, in the first day of travel, you made it. Looking sort of down below you, you can see the forest of the Owldell. This enormous forest in this bowl in the mountains. You can see that there is little farms along the river, and then you can see there is a small walled settlement, which I don't believe. Yeah, you guys don't actually have a map yet, do you? Did someone have a map?
I don't
No.
Not that
think
I'm aware
so.
of.
No. Well, I mean, Olin has a map, but you'd have to go and ask to use that. But there is a small settlement that you pass over the course of the second day. And you can see that the mountains get closer together, so that there's a very clear elevation going up. The hills rise very quickly as you enter this elevated area, and you can see all these rivers and waterfalls coming down into this bowl. And this little settlement is at basically the bottom of this rising land that goes off into the mountains. And ahead of you, you can see the forest very quickly tapers out at the top of these hills. I mean, it's still very far in terms of your distance, but you can see that in terms of the scale of these mountains, it's pretty quick. And yeah, you can see that ahead of you, the mountains are just insanely massive. Like, you can see these peaks, they go 10, 12, 15 kilometers into the sky. Like, these are massive. And they're proper spire mountains. Like, very pointy. As you have entered the Orenthir Mountains.
How high up are we?
Right now, you're probably easily like 2 kilometers up. And
Oh,
you can see
wow.
these mountains are massively ahead of you. So if anyone does fall off the boat, I won't roll damage. It is just fatal.
Why would we fall off?
I don't know. Why would you fall off?
I don't know. Why would we fall off?
I can't think of anything. Okay.
We're stuck in a loop.
During the afternoon, you...
Wait. Before anything happens,
Oh, right. Yeah.
how high up did you say Olin was up to that thing?
Up the mast, so easily 100 feet higher than you.
And how, like, is there, like, is it just a ladder going up the side with like
Yeah.
a gap at the top?
Yeah.
Can I climb up the ladder a bit
Mm-hmm.
and then make it rain up there with a crate of destroy water?
What is the range of Create and Destroy Water?
It's 30 foot, so I gotta go pretty close, but it's then a 30-foot cube.
Okay, so when you go up to 30 feet away, you can no longer hear anything.
God damn it!
It is completely silent.
Wow. That's so rude. Fine, go back down. Go sulk again.
Well, I mean, you could try and cast a spell. You
Well,
didn't try to.
if it's completely silent, that means there's no sound, which means if I try a verbal component, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, no. The top of this mast has a ball of silence around it. Almost like the book nerd who wants to read books wants to in peace and quiet.
Can't believe they do that.
Wow.
But I
Can't
mean,
believe-
like,
you
it's
can't
easy to
believe
sneak
that-
up then.
The mega book nerd in their own personal private boat, which is run by magical spirits, basically, has made the perfect reading nook. Wow. Why would they have done this? This is so weird.
You mean the book nerd that doesn't typically take passengers?
Yeah.
Likes to be alone and read books? In quiet? I am shocked.
I am shooketh.
Okay, then. Is there a barrel near the bottom?
There's no barrels on the deck. There are barrels below deck.
Okay, go find a barrel.
Mm-hmm. They are below deck. There are some that contain various liquids, some that contain wine, some that contain water, and there's probably a
Oh.
bunch that contain vegetables
And the
and
empty ones.
I mean, you're only a day into the journey, so I would hope they weren't empty yet.
I just want just something that can contain water. Is there
I
a
mean, there's
bucket?
bowls. There's buckets.
I'll have a bucket then. And bring the bucket up with me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to climb up the thing holding the bucket in one hand.
Right.
And then I am going to go up. And then I am going to use shape water to move the water and just hold it up above above the thing, above the crow's nest, and then go
You're
down and let it dissipate.
so you're you don't need verbal components for that, I
You don't
assume.
need shape water. It's just somatic.
Okay. And what's the range of it?
30 feet.
30 feet. So
So I'm gonna hold it until I'm 30 feet away, and then it's just gonna splash.
so we got the mast, we got the crow's nest, the little bucket
Mhm.
that is the crow's nest, and
Mhm.
you have floated it above,
Mhm.
and you are dropping it down. Is it just
Yeah.
like splashing, or is it
Yeah,
rain?
splashing. Well,
Okay.
I mean, I can make it rain. Yeah, let's make it rain.
Okay. So you do that, and then you see in response, you see like a shimmering sort of pearlescence in the sky, and the rain just falls off, like kind of like a magical umbrella, and the rain just falls off around the crow's nest down on you.
No, I've gone up into the crow's nest to put the water
How are
there.
you in the crow's nest? That's where they are.
Yeah, but they're not going to be facing everything, are they? They're not
The
going to be
crow's
facing
nest
where the
isn't
ladder is.
big.
But are they going to be? They can't
Yeah.
hear, so there's no point doing this like a stealth thing. Because unless they're up looking.
No. Okay. Hang on. Let me draw a picture. Right. We're going into the sea, and I'm going to use white. You can see this.
Where are you? Oh,
Right. Mast. Right. Okay.
yeah,
Crow's nest.
yeah,
The ladder goes up here to a little hole
yeah,
inside.
yeah. And where are
This,
they?
they're sitting up here. There's no way that you can get into this without them knowing that you're there.
What are they
'Cause
facing towards
the hole
the
is in
hole?
the center of the crow's nest.
Yeah, but where are they sitting? Where are they facing?
They're just in the like they're sitting there. There's not enough space for you to like. You'd have to shove past them. This is like maybe out like being generous, maybe 3 feet across.
Doesn't like the crow's nest usually have like a the thing keeps going up, or is it just like it's completely on top
Well,
of the
it
bowl?
depends. This crow's nest is like literally the only bit that comes above this is the signal box. Basically, there's a little bit of mast, and there's the flags, and there's a box on it for any signals. There is like a much larger platform halfway up to access the sails and stuff like that, but like the crow's nest is this one at the very top. So the only way that you'd be able to get into the crow's nest is like you would have to push past them because it's not a big space. And you can like if you go up there, you'll see
Okay.
that they are cross-legged inside this bucket.
So are they like with a with their back up against the
Yeah,
bucket?
they got their back against the bucket and they're like cross-legged in this space, like because it's like a chair, so it's like little spokes, so you can still see out of it, obviously, but it is still bucket shaped. It's not solid. So yeah,
Can I like? Is it possible? So if they would I be able to get the water up into it without me popping up?
I mean you can move the water, can you not?
I can move the water. Yeah.
Yeah, you can move the
Yes.
water.
Yeah. That's what I want to do, is move the water so it's just above.
Yeah,
And then make it rain.
And when
inside.
it starts to rain on them, they will just shield.
But it's like really close.
Okay, and shield is like right in front of you. They
And then
just put up
I
a magical shimmering, pearlescent, opaque barrier, and the rain just like falls off it.
Okay,
Almost like they would be completely used to if it started raining and they were up here and they didn't want to be interrupted.
I'm gonna poke my head up and glare at them. Just from the eyes up, just glaring.
Okay, they put their book down. Hello, can I help you?
Just gonna keep glaring.
Actually,
Then
no,
I'll go
you wouldn't actually be able to. Sorry,
Yeah.
you would have heard that, but it was telepathic.
I'm gonna
they-
keep
they-
glaring and then slowly go back down.
Be careful with the stairs, on account of the somebody's made them slippery.
I pop my head back up again, glare, and slowly go back down.
They put their book down, they close it, and again, this is all telepathic. Do you need help with something, Aira?
Just gonna go like a wordless, a soundless sigh. Just a, but
Just a pantomime sigh.
yeah. And then I'm gonna go back down.
They hop off the top and they feather fall to the floor once you get to the bottom, so they're there too. And not telepathically. I assume something is amiss?
I can't remember why I'm annoyed with him. Why am I annoyed with him, Mark?
I have no idea why you're annoyed with Alan. I thought you just wanted to do Aira things.
Like, I'm just gonna go and walk away.
Very well, you know where to find me if you need any assistance. You might want to take care of your friend. They haven't rather moved from that spot in several hours, and gestures to Xander.
Bleh.
Right, well,
I just go up to Xander and just try and shift him with my foot.
He's like a dead sack of potatoes, as
Mm.
opposed to a living sack of potatoes.
Wayne.
I'm just gonna sigh again and go find and just flop on the floor next to him.
Olin kind of looks
Oh,
down
yeah.
at both of you. Well, I gather this trip is going to be quite eventful. and proceeds to go back up the ladder.
Wait, did he come down the ladder just to say that to go back up the ladder?
Oh yeah.
Well, no, as in, like, they came down the ladder to... they came out of the crow's nest to ask Aira what was wrong, because Aira seemed to be very bothered by something. And then, once that was clearly not going to happen, they returned to the crow's nest. Yeah. Aira and Xander, you're just sitting in the middle of the deck. Weather outside is perfectly pleasant.
Is it a clean deck?
It's spotless.
Has
All
Owen
of
kept
the-
his deck clean?
I knew that's what you wanted to say. The deck of the ship is so the whole like color of the ship is it's a very 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 like pale blue outer hull, and then all of the wood on it is birch, so it's all very 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 light colors. So if it was dirty, it would show it.
Oh wow, Jay, love that.
So yeah, it's clean. You can also see the magical brooms and the unseen servants cleaning it.
Slightly more magical Roombas.
What is a Roomba if not just a fairy spirit trapped in a box?
Instead of an unseen servant, it is a sort of seen servant that you can tape a knife to or sit a cat on.
So, throughout the day, there is not too much happens. However, I would like people who would be on deck during the afternoon to give me perception checks, please. If you would not be on deck, then please do not.
Perception, but that's something I'm really good at, apparently.
Apparently.
Wow, you're both really good at it.
I wasn't expecting that. I've got nothing to do but perceive, it seems.
It would seem. So, during...
Black.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. Mine's just a stupid joke. You're going on about something important.
So, during the afternoon, there is... Oh my god, Garn. Wow. Share that with the... Thank you for sharing that with the class, but anyway. So, during the afternoon, Aira, you would spot this first, and Xander, you would spot this a little bit later, but you would both spot this. Not so distant from the ship, so probably about 200, maybe 300 feet from the ship. In the air, you can see, floating to the side, somebody sitting in an armchair in the sky.
How far away did you say?
200 to 300 feet. So, like, decently
There's our
far.
soundboard. So I think this calls for what?
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 See, we don't need a soundboard. We have impressions.
Yeah. So you see this person there reasonably far away. Would either
Cool,
of you
that's
like
not
to do
weird at
anything?
all. Anyway.
Can we see anything other than the fact there's a person on an armchair?
I think with a 20, you would be able to tell that they were very elaborately dressed in very bright colors. Their armchair is kind of like I mean, it's reasonably far away, so like it's a darker color. It's a very nice armchair though. It's like one of the ones that you would imagine would be in sort of a pretty posh person's house. And this person's attire, though very brightly colored, is sort of very high fashion. And they appear to just be sitting in an armchair, floating alongside a ship, watching you.
And this person it's only just appeared.
Well, you only noticed them.
I see.
So whether or not that means that they were following more surreptitiously before, but
Okay.
Okay.
Do you
I'm gonna ask a dumb
see
question,
Hmm.
but in your world, is this normal?
no, it's not normal.
Okay, that's what I
You
thought.
have.
I thought I'd
I mean,
ask.
you could do a history check if you want to see if you know of anyone who's invented the floating armchair. But
I feel like I don't need to, but now that you said that I could, I wanna see.
I mean, you with a history,
Wow.
you have never ever
Oh,
heard of a single person who has made a flying chair, because what would the point be?
this
Apparently, to
apparently.
confuse us. No. Do you see that?
Unfortunately, yes. I don't think I
Do
even
we have
want
to
to know.
tell? Do we have to tell that one about it? I sort of just gesture towards the crow's nest.
Maybe he already knows.
Okay, I've got to find out. I go up the crow's nest.
Okay, you go to the
I
crow's
go.
nest.
Mm-hmm.
Do you go all the way up, or do you try to make your
Oh. Hmm?
do you try and sneak up, or are you making your presence known?
Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's silent up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just get up and then just as my head pops up, I start glaring.
Olin notices you and puts down the book.
And I get up to the top and just point at the chairperson.
There is a inaudible sigh, but Olin stands up and looks to where you're pointing. And then you see that they frown. And then they hop off the mast like they have done. And they land on the floor next to Xander.
He jumps.
I slowly go back down again. The fuck,
You should
could
get
have used it
featherfall.
on me. Could have used it on me.
Could have.
That's what I'm saying as I'm going down.
Looks at Xander. How long has that been there?
I don't know. I thought you knew who he was. Following your ship.
Let's see if Olin would know who this person was. Or this individual is a better way of describing it. Religion or histoire. Histoire would be better. Sure. That should inform you of what level Olin is, by the way, if you didn't know
Oh
already.
my god!
Lots. Okay.
What?
Just by
History plus
stock.
17.
Um,
How do you get plus 17?
how do you get plus 17? You be level 20. is
Hard
how you
work
get
and
plus 17.
perseverance.
What the hell do you have that's that extra bit?
Well, there's many a modifier to it, and also expertise.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Them's rogue rolls right there. You can get expertise in a skill if you want to spend time doing it.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, you said this. You get a DMPC. Madge,
Mm?
it's fine. No, it's fine. I shouldn't have read chat. It's fine.
I mean,
You know the only people that troll you more than we do are your chat.
That's true.
We
But
should know
yes.
we're from it.
It is my PC, but they have good reason why they have expertise in history. And apart from that, it's just an item. I think there's an item that increases that they have. But anyway, regardless, they look at them, and then they look back to you two. I assume Aira probably got back to the bottom of the ladder now.
Still grumbling.
Well, based on the appearance, it does match the descriptions I have read of one of the... I suppose the best way of describing them is the smaller gods. I believe this one is the god of curiosity.
Thank God. I thought he was going to say gravity.
Oh no, not the god of gravity. They're a much smaller individual. They always have a clipboard. Very
Yes.
easily identifiable marks. But yes, I suppose it would make sense that the god of curiosity would be drawn to you. I mean, I have never encountered them, so I don't see why they would be specifically drawn to me at this juncture. But you, well, at least Felicite was toying with that box, which would draw certain prying eyes.
If we shouted, would I'm gonna shout. Go, oi!
Just oi.
Just oi, you!
You see that they are, because again, they're quite distant. You can see now, because they gesture with it, but they hold their hand up into the air and they are holding a small china cup. And they're clearly having a drink. But they acknowledge that you've just said oi to them.
Can I thaumaturgy shout? Why?
Why? Just why?
They put their tea on the arm of the chair. And you see they lean over the chair. Under the chair, they pull out a just a big shouting cone, but one that looks like it's from Victorian times. So it's all flowery and all the rest of it. And they just shout back, "Why not?"
I hate him. Oh. Resisting to urge to throw something at him.
I don't know if I'll let reach.
You could still throw it.
I go, ask him why he's over there, not here.
Okay, still thaumaturgy shouting. It'd be a lot easier if he was a lot closer.
They go back to their shouting at you. It's rude to trespass.
That's it. I'm throwing the bucket.
Okay.
No.
You
shout. Why you trespassing then?
Brief interjection. Do I hear the shouting?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's thaumaturgy, so you can hear that.
Okay, well, I sigh. Well, sorry. Roz sighs audibly and comes up.
Okay, Roz is now on deck too.
It would have been after the first shouting. He would have started making his way up, so he'd just be arriving now.
Just in time to see Gon pick up a bucket.
What are you doing with that? Oh no.
Okay, you're gonna
Oh,
throw a
Just
bucket.
look at him and
Oh, we're
look
gonna-
at Roz like.
we're gonna be
All right.
we're gonna be paying for a bucket, aren't we?
Make me a strength check. Guess athletics if you want.
Well, I haven't thrown the bucket yet.
Okay. Well, are you throwing it or are you not throwing it?
I don't know. Roz just came out and it distracted me. So
What the hell is
Look at
going
Ro-
on?
It's a weirdo.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a little bit more specific as he gestures to the rest of the party
Okay,
and himself.
fine. There is a strange, weird man having a cup of tea on a floating armchair.
Now that's weird.
Yeah!
Where is he?
still
I'm just
thaumaturgy.
Pointing.
Over there.
You can see that the God of
All
Curiosity
right.
on his armchair looks behind the armchair and then looks back at you. Over where?
Hold up. The bucket's going.
Okay. The bucket is thrown off the side of the ship and goes nowhere near.
Well,
He
I
leans
tried.
over the armchair. Was that aiming for me?
No.
Uh,
1 second.
right.
And you can see that the armchair, like, puff. There's like a puff of smoke. It's probably a puff of pink smoke because you know why not. And then you see like maybe a kilometer down, you see a very faint puff of pink smoke, and then it puffs again, and then he puffs back, and he's like, "Ah, it's not going to hit anybody interesting."
So, wait, is he insinuating that we're interesting?
Maybe.
Okay.
Tell
far
him to
away
come
is it?
over here.
How far away is he?
About 200, 300 feet, like far enough away that it's not going to be very easy for you to hit him with things.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm going to shout. I'm just going to shout at him. Come over here!
I'm fine observing from over here. You can also see, by the way, that like he's able to raise his voice without using the thing. It's all just effect.
It was all just for show. Okay.
Yeah. He's just doing it now.
Why are you following us? Hmm?
Right.
Was that directed towards?
Oh
or
yeah,
just...
that was me going, why are you following us?
Curiosity, my dear, curiosity.
What's got you so curious?
Well, nice group of people playing around with magical objects of immense power with very little idea what they're doing, and also journeying on a magical airship with one of the most powerful wizards in the world on their way to a city for a purpose of, well, we all know what your purpose there is, don't we?
Parents there!
We do? Okay.
Yeah, no, I shouted,
See,
are my parents
I
there?
think this guy overestimates us.
Well, the plural is interesting in that regard, but I don't believe so.
What?
What? Well, that's neither here nor there. Did you hear what he said? He called us nice.
I forgot. Like, did he?
He did. He said nice people.
That's suspicious.
Oh, right. So it seems like this person is just not on this ship for the simple reason that they're being polite.
No, I think they're being annoying.
He's a trickster. I don't like it.
What do you mean?
How so?
I can pull
What trick
the
has he played on you beyond?
yield megaphone. He's on a chair.
Okay,
This guy.
that's his trick for himself, though. And I mean, it's pretty neat, if a bit odd, but stands out, I
shout
guess.
back again, like, do you know a lot of things?
The Muffin Man.
I have, and he pulls out of his coat like a folded piece of paper, but he like shakes it, and paper just keeps falling down from like his chair down into like past your vision, basically to the ground. One or two things. I'm a collector, as sorts.
In a perfectly normal voice, Roz will ask, "What sorts of things do you collect?"
You like even with the distance, you can see that there is a smile. Aren't you the one with the interesting questions? Well, I collect. What would be the best way of describing it for you? Experiences. And I believe that you may all be providing me with quite an interesting one. You might even make the list.
Oh, there's a list. Did you hear that? Please, go on.
Well, it would be improper for me to intervene when you're so close to so many exciting things.
Oh. Well then.
Especially with so many eyes on you.
Oh. Do you hear that? We're popular.
But I've only got 2 eyes.
No, he means we're being watched. And not
And
just by him.
also, surely you have at least 3.
Shut up. I don't like that he knows my name.
Collects curiosities.
Okay, I go, if you know who I am, do you know who my parents are?
Most likely.
Are you gonna tell me?
Probably not.
Go fuck off then.
No need to be rude.
I'm afraid there's no stopping that. She's a force of nature, you see.
Oh, that I am very well aware.
Oh, did you hear that, Era?
I'm glaring at him.
You see, let's call this a lesson. So, what I'm doing here with this gentleman, we'll say,
Asshole.
is I am letting him talk about himself. Just letting him ramble. Learn so much more about people when you just sit back and listen to them.
I turn to Thingy and go, oh, I get it. Hey, weirdo, ramble some more.
I'm afraid to disappoint you, as everything I say is with purpose.
Oh. Yes, we know. Well, I know.
Did I do good?
People like you, you tried. And that's the first step to doing good. Yep. Keep your nose up, sport. You'll get the. I'm out of. I barely started and I'm out of sports analogies. Okay. You'll get them next time.
Cool, thanks.
So, you're here with purpose.
Yes. I wouldn't have to reveal myself to you unless I wish to be seen.
Of
Well, that
course
should tell you
not.
something.
So clearly you're here to do something interesting, say something interesting, or be something interesting. Am I wrong?
Certainly one of those.
Well, let's cross be something interesting off of the list because that's just you. That's not
flattery will get you everywhere.
Are you saying over there
thoughts inside his own head? Inside his own head. Just, no shit, Sherlock.
Are you staying over there because you know we're going to throw something at you?
Well, I mean, I can come closer if you wish, but I don't
think... It would help so we don't have to shout.
Nobody has to shout. I've been talking in a normal voice to him this entire time.
Yes.
Oh. Does that mean I don't have to shout anymore?
That's correct.
You don't have to. You can if it makes you feel better, though.
Oh.
He can hear us just fine. Nothing that I've said in a normal voice here he's heard everything I've said.
Yes, I can rather, yeah. If it helps, though, to make it clearer, and you see that his ears basically increase in size 100-fold, and he has massive ears now. If this helps convince you that I can hear you just fine.
No, that's entirely unsettling. Thank you.
I whisper just under my breath, going, "Hey, weirdo, you're an idiot." Yeah.
You
Ross
hear
is
a
just
whisper.
face palming half the time.
You hear a whisper back. It's okay. At least I won't die.
Who's gonna die?
Him, once I get my hands on him.
Till the catnip kicks in. Anyway,
Olin will shout off the ship as well. Not shout, to speak normally off the ship, but basically say, if you wish to converse with them, you are welcome aboard the ship. You will not be trespassing.
No, you're not.
And the god of curiosity looks back to Olin. Wow, and you promise you won't try to banish me? Oh wait, no. You know you can't.
Oh dear.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, and the what would you say, Garn, is the range of your longest thing?
120.
Okay. The god of curiosity does the little pink puff in the air and comes closer to exactly 121 feet.
Silence the fuck up.
Is this better? We can converse normally from this distance.
Silence him.
Okay, you cast silence.
Yes.
Face palm is so strong.
You see him because you can see him like much more clearly now. He looks surprised. Very. I mean, you can do an insight check, but he makes the appearance of being very surprised, and then he like touches his mouth, and then he pulls his hands away, and you can see that there is a zip over it, and then he looks like he's pretending to panic, and then he unzips it and starts talking again. I'm afraid I'm not. I have a different set of rules.
Are we just talking to the like Victorian version of the mask?
We're talking to a literal cartoon.
Yeah.
We're talking to a street magician who likes to see things. That might be boiling it down a bit, but more or less.
Yeah, they are. Oh, sorry. For the explaining again, like the different way the gods work is because this is a small god, they work directly off a single emotion, and so anything that little spark of interest, curiosity, that kind of thing, that's what they live off. That's what makes them a god. So anyone who's ever been curious or interested in something, that's where they get the power from. But they are a god, so they are not bound by the same rules as everybody else, which is how gods work.
Does this one shop at Acme by any chance?
That depends. Do you want to try and start a fight?
Oh no.
I'll just start a fight to see that.
I mean, they have specifically gone. I mean, you can't silence them, but they're specifically 1 feet further than your spell. If you want to shoot them.
Well, it's a dome, so
Yeah, no, but like they're not going to be affected by that.
I just look at him for a bit and go, I'm bored now. And just go and lie down again.
Wow.
same.
She wears her heart on her sleeve. But
Yeah,
you knew that,
so,
didn't you?
You're boring me. Bye now.
He just like, yeah, he's watching you. Just sipping his tea, just watching.
Wow.
If we lay down, we can hide over the rim of the ship so he can't watch us.
He just goes up.
I go inside.
Do you have quarters or are
Look,
you downstairs?
Anywhere that's not outside.
Okay, but there's windows.
There's curtains.
Yeah. I have a bed sheet if there's no curtains.
And short of that, he can nail his pants to the wall.
But then he won't have his pants on.
But
Because
who
no one
will
can see me.
know?
Yeah, he's just following and watching.
Just,
Alright, well,
just gonna lie there on the deck. Just ignore him. He's bored of me. He's not useful.
Roz is, of course, in the business of being curious. So, of course, he's going to try and talk with it.
Mm-hmm.
And, every so often he'll just pepper in. So what brings you here? Just trying to see if he'll let it slip.
Oh, well, what brings me here is you all.
All right. If you don't mind me asking, what's so remarkable about us?
Well, when people start noticing you, I start noticing you.
I'm awfully curious as to who's noticing us. I mean, certainly there are some individuals I know that are aware of us. The vampire, for instance.
Oh, you've met them. That's very good. Very good
Wait,
indeed.
you didn't know that?
I never claimed I knew everything.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh,
So
I
someone
knew I
else
wasn't wrong.
So someone else is paying us some mind.
Oh, yes. Of course they are. You've made quite the number of friends.
Oh, first you call us nice, and then you say we have friends. Oh, that's
Well, I
interesting.
mean, take for example your sleeping friend there. Well, I don't believe for a minute that she's asleep. I think she's just sulking. But her dearest creature from the other world. You think that when one creature from the other world gets interested in you, that others won't follow?
I'm afraid I'm not necessarily certain who you're talking about. Are you talking about the one from the future, or are you talking about the cold one?
Ah, well, that's the question, isn't it? Well, the one from the future, as you say, they are of particular significance, not least because of where they're from, but from what they carry. But your cold friend as well. There is much chatter along the web that there are those that are interested in her in particular. And then, of course, there is the business with. Well, how do we describe him for your benefit? The would-be embodiment of death? I think some of your company has encountered, and certainly they are aware of you.
The would-be embodiment of death.
Yes, they do have rather high opinions of themselves. I, for one, don't believe for a second that they'll manage to accomplish it, but could be fun if they do.
I see. Sort that's full of themselves, eh?
Yes. Not very good company. We've tried to invite them. Well, no, I didn't. But some of the others, they did. They tried to invite them to some gathering we were having not very long ago. But they got very stroppy and said they wouldn't be associated with imaginary manifestations, which does hurt rather. I don't think I'm imaginary. Are you imagining me?
If I am,
I'm on the thing going, I am.
Does make one rather question one's existence.
no, I've already gotten past the part of questioning my own existence. That was part of my that was part of my master's training. Surprisingly, a lot of his training just leaving me in the woods. Most of his training was just leaving me in the woods. That guy really liked just leaving me in the woods.
Well,
He's
it can be
having
very,
Roz is having a bit of a revelation right now.
can be very informative to a young student being left in the woods.
Yeah, I know. It happened a lot. Anyway. Right.
If you ignore him,
I
he'll
don't
probably
suppo-
go away.
If only that were
I'm-
true.
I'm not talking to you.
You're doing a very poor job of it. I don't understand why she hisses.
I'm sorry, I thought I was the cat.
I didn't hiss. I shushed.
Okay, well, it does not come through like a shush.
Gwen's hissing.
Might be better if you say the word shush, because it sounds like you're just.
Look great.
That was amazing. Your noise cancelling didn't like it either, Nemit, so it just deleted it all.
Fantastic.
We heard the first little tiny bit.
So
Amazing. Anyway. Oh, let's see. I suppose if I asked who exactly it was, you wouldn't be able or willing to say who it is, or just drop the teensiest of morsels.
well, no, because rather defeats the fun of it. Because watching you sort of struggle through and find it in the end is most of the appeal.
Oh, I suppose. But I gotta ask these questions. You know how it is.
Very enterprising of you.
Yes, I mean, how could I possibly not ask someone who's clearly seen quite a lot?
Oh, yes,
who-
I've seen things that would make you
who's-
blush.
Who's. So have I. About 20 minutes ago. Well, okay, probably a few hours. But anyway. Where was I? Yeah.
Telling him to go.
No. No.
I shout out. If you're watching us all the time, that makes you a pervert.
And
It doesn't deny it. Okay.
Yeah, you can't really fight back against that.
I'm also not watching all of the time. I only tune in for the interesting bits.
Well, that's a relief.
And I'm afraid your ablutions aren't very interesting. I've seen all that before.
Thank you for stating it aloud. That was necessary.
Well,
Ugh.
I
I'm
didn't
getting
bring it
that.
up.
True, but you also didn't have to encourage it.
Still a pervert.
Again, that word has lost all power. Oh.
I mean, like, yeah. I'm just like, if he's anyone who is curious in any degree, if anything, is going to be giving this god power, that involves a lot of activities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
This
It
god
sounds
has
pervert.
definitely seen everything you could possibly think of. He probably just
Oh.
like is the like admin for like Rule 34 or whatever.
Like I
Well-
said, pervert.
Fantastic. I got. All right. Maybe I've got something in mind you haven't seen.
Oh,
Yeah, there was something pretty odd that happened while we were doing some, I'll call it spelunking. Were paying
oh.
attention to us at that point?
Well, when you weren't on the ship, I mean, I was interested when when the future one arrived with the box. That was quite spicy.
Spicy.
There was some business with. Well, there was the book, and then the one who would be the embodiment of death, who is not currently the embodiment of death, but they were reasonably interesting. But after that, I'd rather tune out. You were sort of wandering around quite a lot.
Right.
You going into shops.
Okay.
Not very
Yes,
interesting.
yes. Okay, so you got bored of us for a little while. That's fair enough. Not every show needs all of its episodes.
Get bored with us again.
Oh, I'm going to stay for a long time now.
No.
Just whisper to him, "Oh, I'm kind of here for this." Anyway, so, well, while you were not paying attention, we found some interesting stuff. You know, some walls that changed down in the sewers. Just shifting around us all the time. Pretty neat.
That sounds quite thrilling.
Yeah, yeah. And through figuring out where they didn't want us going, pardon me, we ended up finding some kind of tomb down a really steep incline.
Well, yes, there are a few of those around the place, but I think if memory serves, the tomb in question. I mean, it's been I was much younger in those days, oh, but they were oh so more curious. They were willing to do much more exciting things. But anyway, I believe that was the local king. I think it was King Ethric, if memory serves. Quite a violent sort,
Ethric.
but
Yes,
very...
we noticed. Anyway, that's not the interesting part. No.
Oh,
No, not at all. That part, I mean, that's pretty standard adventuring fare, don't you think? Now the interesting part is when, well, it's coming up. But first, our one friend, our Winnie, our shortest friend, she got overwhelmed by that king's minions.
yes, sounds
And
about
then
right.
he kicked us all the heck out. So, you know, she was gone.
It's a pretty bad
Like,
time.
yes, I have no idea what that was. Anyway,
So it's
she
a
was
pretty bad time.
okay. She was gone. And so we started trying to find our way out of those shifting wall sewers that really seemed quite intent on keeping us there if we weren't paying attention. But that night we found a spot to set up camp, and during my watch overnight, I saw a little droplet, a little mote of light just settle down into her. And she was back. Have you seen anything like that before?
Yes. Happens all the time.
It
I
does?
believe it's what you mortals call miracles.
Really?
Yes, not my department, I'm afraid. Well, I can do miracles of a sort, but not. I don't go in for that sort of miracle.
Not
'cause
that
this-
sort. Gotcha. That's
I
don't
someone
believe
else's
you.
bag. Okay.
I don't believe that you can do miracles.
Okay, that's fine.
I think you're lying. I think you're just making things up.
Yeah. And what sort of miracle would convince you otherwise?
I don't know. I don't know what a miracle would be.
I'm not
Miracling
good-
yourself anywhere but
Oh.
here.
Okay. I'm.
Oh my goodness.
he
Please.
puffs in front of you. He goes into Xander's room. In front of Xander. This better?
No.
Well then.
Just
And goes back to talk to Roz.
Right. Where were we? Right. You've seen that before, so someone has done that before.
Well,
What?
it's some.
Something has done that before.
It's technically
Okay.
the department of them, but it can just happen. I don't know if they did it.
Department of who?
What would they be called in your the gods of hope? But they're not very interventionist. They don't like showing off. They just irritate. They just interfere. They don't want credit. They're so ooh goody goody two shoes. They're never going to
Right.
be remembered. I'm telling you that now.
Well, I suppose the. Well, that's neither here nor there. Though I'm sure it also is.
They don't come
And
to
he looks
parties
puzzled
either.
for a moment. What? They don't have parties? Okay. That's how dull.
The
Well.
Accountants of Curiosity.
Sorry?
Shackler just said the Accountants of Curiosity.
that's exactly what Xander is thinking.
Right. Okay. Well then. Well, I suppose if you're just here to see what's going on or what's going to happen, then I should let you get back to that. But, thanks for filling in a few blanks. I always
Oh.
appreciate a cooperative resource.
Oh, I am anything but cooperative.
Kidding me? I've learned so much.
Oh.
Not
I'm
just
glad
about the
that you
stuff.
feel that way.
Well, not just about, and mostly not about the stuff you've told me about, but mostly about you. Thanks.
That means you got rid of some curiosity, dumbass.
I think you'll find I fulfilled curiosity.
There's always a place and time for more curiosity. Right now, I've had my fill.
Yeah, now you're no longer
So-
curious. So that means you can go away now.
Oh my god. Right.
He's just staying. Like, he's still just floating off the ship. He's not going anywhere.
No, fair enough. Well,
Oh,
if
I'm
you
not
feel
expecting to anyway. I'm just trying to get him annoyed at me.
right. Well, think I'll get
Wow.
back to my practicing.
Good luck.
With my in general. Thank you. I hope we're worth writing down. Let me see
Well,
what you write when you've written it.
Oh, no, you don't get to see that.
Oh. Well, thanks for calling us nice.
I like that. That's just the thing that you like the most is the fact that he just called us nice.
Someone paying attention to us called us nice. If that's not a compliment, what is? Because we're a bunch of lunatics.
Oh, Hog,
Now,
there's
so
a
at the very
fugitive
least,
in
he
in
was
the chat.
being polite. So
Yes,
that'll do.
he was being polite.
Wow.
I
You
wasn't.
didn't have to confirm it.
I wasn't being nice.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we know.
You're just trying to upset
You
him.
were not
I
subtle.
was trying to upset him.
Yeah, he's
I
still
was
there,
trying
by
to
the
see
way.
what he. I was
Yes,
trying to see what he'd do if he got annoyed.
I don't think he's capable of being properly annoyed. Hog would get annoyed before he would. And
Yeah,
Hog would just make him annoy you in response, and then we'd be stuck in a loop, and because you're stubborn and so is Hog.
Sounds
And
like.
it sounds like the both
perfect.
of you, yes.
Sounds perfect. I don't know what you're on about.
So, the rest of the day continues, and the God of Curiosity stays there pretty much the entire time until nightfall, at least, and then it gets dark, and you might not be able to see him anymore.
I don't know, that
Oh,
outfit's
sweet
pretty
Jesus.
loud.
You want to go throw rocks at him again, Gar?
I'd love to, but that means going up deck. What's up deck?
People leave.
You don't want to go to the deck anymore?
No,
Oh, okay, that's fine.
no deck for Xander.
Hey.
John just had an F deck.
Roz will be practicing on deck at this point.
Oh.
It's days like this that I can really feel my age.
I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, what are you on about? Just get all that practice on
What
deck.
are you cackling like a lunatic for?
Just, because you're getting all that practice.
It's because they're
deck.
making a New Zealand joke, Nemeth. That's why they're
Yeah, I
cackling
know.
so much.
And it's not even theirs.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
It's sad, really. But anyway,
if only Jade was here.
Jade is Australian, not New Zealand.
No, but the accent's close enough that deck still sounds the same.
No, it
Australians
doesn't.
love making fun of New Zealanders.
Yeah,
and
Australians don't say.
And everyone likes making fun of people from South Africa.
Australians do not say dick.
They should.
I mean, they do.
Okay, they
But
say
not
dick, but
clearly.
they mean dick. They don't mean deck. And New Zealanders don't even like do it. Like it's just some New Zealanders do it because you can play it up very easily in their accent. But anyway, as the rest of the evening progresses, does anyone wish to do watches, or do you just want to retire for the evening?
You know what? I'll stay up late. I ain't doing anything too important. I can always sleep during the day when things are boring.
Is he gonna still be there all night?
Well, that depends if you want to do a watch or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna glare at him.
You do a lot of glaring.
At him especially. Because he wouldn't tell me things.
Well, no, he told you lots of things. He just wouldn't give you all the answers.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he gets glared at.
Okay. So, people who are doing watches, roll your watches.
I don't have a watch.
Suddenly, the deck of the ship gives out and Aira plummets. It was a tragic but very foreseeable accident.
Wow.
25.
25?
What am I rolling?
You wanted perception, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, 25.
Okay. Oh, 19. That's actually really good.
So with a 25, Roz, you would know that the God of Curiosity remains throughout the time that you are spending watching.
Okay.
And then you can go bed, and then Aira's watch will come along, and you will know that the God of Curiosity remains for most of your watch, but at some point at night, they leave. And the only sound that you hear them leave to is the sound of a clink of a piece of metal on wood.
What? That's a weird noise.
Yeah.
Well, I just go, thank God he's gone.
And Power Night, yeah, you wake up the
Mhm.
following day, and there
Is
is
he
no
still
God of
gone?
Curiosity.
Thank God. Not him, though.
Thank any other god.
Yeah.
Literally any other god.
The god of I don't know, toothache.
No, the
Yes.
God of uncuriousness.
Uncuriousness.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Whatever God he hates the most, that's who I'm
I mean, he
thinking.
doesn't like the gods of hope. I've told you that much.
One of the gods of
Yeah,
revealing secrets, because he liked to keep them close to his chest.
he did. God of truth. Is there a God of truth?
I don't see why there couldn't be,
Cool. I'm gonna thank the God of truth.
but
'Cause he's not there anymore.
I don't know how you would. How I gotta work out how it would get emotional energy from truth.
Relief of knowing the truth.
Then it'd be the god of relief,
Okay, it's the God of relief then.
which would be a god of more than just truthful relief. It would be
Yeah.
all relief.
No.
Yep.
This is
You
the
wanted
problem.
truth. You're getting truth.
This is the problem with my gods, Glenn. Is
Okay.
all the small gods are made from emotion. Any emotion, any feeling, or anything like that. So if it's of a thing, you have to be able to explain it in an emotion so that it can be something that they can derive energy from it.
I have a feeling there should be a god of hating the god of curiosities because he was a very annoying
That's a
person.
very specific. Oh yeah, who's the god of hate?
The god of hate. There is a god of hate, but nobody's met them yet.
Is it an actual god or is it a small god?
So the actual gods that derive, like, this is the thing as well. So the big gods are taking some of this energy anyway because they are gods of other things. So it's only the leftover parts, and hate falls into other things as well. So there's only a little bit of hate left over. And like they'll scoop that up. But there is a god of hate, a small god of hate, but nobody's met them yet.
No.
Is there a god of gods?
I mean, that's asking the big questions. Do gods generate their own belief, therefore creating their own gods? Now honestly, see, this is why if you'd been a cleric that wanted to talk about theology, this would be really good, but you wanted to be a punch cleric.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Is there a god of thank God that annoying guy is gone?
Is there a god of annoying?
I
Yeah.
think you're looking for relief again.
Yeah, relief. It's
So
like the god of
God
relief
of-
probably does apparate when you find the god of relief with just a like that. That's probably the noise that
I
they arrive
fucking
to.
hate it.
Just a sigh of relief.
That did not sound like a sigh of relief.
No, that's just Discord, but it was supposed to be a sigh of relief. I mean, it could
Sounds
be
like
another
a
sigh
sigh
as
of,
well.
oh god, this guy again.
Anywho. But yeah, that's how the gods do be working. So but the big gods aren't quite the same. Like that's the difference between the big gods and the small gods. The big gods they're gods of specific things because their worship turned people towards that.
Oh,
Oh, you rolled your weather. Good job. With the 2, guess what, everyone? Dem mountains be quite treacherous for blizzards. Very sudden blizzards.
oh, thank God.
Oh, something to pep Era up.
Is there a god of blizzards?
It's a blizzard. It's a mountain snowstorm.
Yeah, is there a god of blizzards?
That's not an emotion.
Is there a god of...
Just give her a yes or a no.
There is a god which deals with weather, yes.
Oh. I'm just gonna still lie on the on the deck in the snow.
Okay.
Blizzard.
I never feel blizzardly. I'm feeling really blizzardly today. It's
Mhm,
awful. Right. So you do that. Xander and Roz, what do you want to do during this
Great
day of
weather.
travel of blizzarding?
This amazing weather.
Breakfast.
Okay, you can have breakfast. It's a very nice breakfast.
What breakfast is the?
It's
Is it all
literally
inclusive
whatever
this
you want.
trip?
All inclusive.
Yeah, Olin's gonna start charging you for
It's all inclusive.
Oh,
That's it. Era, off the boat. You're done.
The blizzard sweeps you off the ship.
You're out. You're on your bike. You're scattered on the mountains below.
No!
You're done. Okay. Yeah. The breakfast available is literally anything you want. Porridge, full English, but it's not. It'd be full. What in this? Full Lomba.
I am.
Wow.
M is here.
You're
Only
2 hours late.
I was
M
busy.
did say she was busy.
You didn't tell anyone else.
No, she just
I
told
told
me,
Hawk.
which wasn't very helpful.
Ah,
But yes, we've got M now. Okay, so it's snowing. Aira is scattered on the rocks below. Roz and Xander are enjoying a nice breakfast.
He's
Sure.
completely stuffing his face with meat.
Yeah, that's what it says on the barrel. It doesn't specify anything. It just says meat.
Meat.
It'd be magical actually as well. It'd be magical. Well, that's actually true. So this to you would be completely indistinguishable from whichever meat you wanted, but it
It's
isn't
mystery
actually
meat.
meat.
mystery meat.
It's good enough for him.
Well, no. Like Olin's the vegan, so all of the substitutes are just magical versions of whatever they need to be, but they are exact magical versions, unlike like IRL.
There's a Beyond Meat sticker on it.
No, it's meat.
Not
but it's
until they
it-
sponsor.
It's meat, but it's not from anything that was alive.
It's magically
Yeah, what are you getting
apparated
that
meat.
sponsorship, Hog?
The Beyond Meat sponsorship.
They're
Yeah.
not really vegan. Because if they're still eating meat, they're not vegan.
It's what? It's not alive.
Let's
It's not
Yeah, it's
alive.
fine.
Yeah, but
It's
let's
it's not
got
let's
meat.
food.
let's not get into that, please.
But
That's-
when you're all
that-
having breakfast, Olin just
Ethically.
it-
but-
Olin is just getting licorice tea in the morning and leaving you all alone and going to stand on deck with their nice cup of tea. And they also pull their
Are they
scarf
on
up all the
deck?
way. Yeah, they
Cool, I'm
love
still on deck,
spending time
whatever.
outside.
On Dick.
On Dick. In the cold. In the blizzard.
Yeah, Olin doesn't seem to notice.
On the mountains.
Oh yeah, you can't really see where they're going, and the boat has slowed substantially in the blizzard. Because Olin's not going to risk driving the boat into a mountain in a blizzard when they can't see properly.
I pop out of the snow and go, boo.
Ah,
There we go. And
you
lay
know
back
I
down
knew
in the
you were
snow.
there, right?
No.
Yes, I know where you are on the boat at all times.
No.
No, I
No.
do.
Prove it.
You're there.
But I'm here now. Where am I later?
Damn, that's good proof.
I will let you know when later happens and you're in a different place.
Prove it.
I see. And then they slurp their thermos of tea.
I just lie back down in the snow.
You are rather fond of the snow. I take it that is something to do with being wintry, but the way that the God of Curiosities was talking about it, it seemed much more to it.
I don't know. I just like snow. It's nice when it's cold. And I grab some of the snow and just like crunch it up into a ball and start eating it.
Oh wow. Can you roll me a straight d20, Gwen, and then
Okay.
I just need to know if it's odd or even.
Okay, give me a second. Oh. I was lying down, so it's a bit hard for me to see. Okay.
odd. Okay. So when you scoop this snow up, you don't see anything at all important. It's
Wow.
just snow.
And then you know. I
It
don't
was yellow.
Why would it be yellow?
Don't ask that.
But why would it be yellow? How would I realize? How would I not realize that someone's taking a piss next to me?
It's not yellow. What? That's not what this was for. Anyway, moving swiftly
Oh, I don't
on.
know what else you discovered about snow.
And then
not-
I take a bite and then go, want some?
I'm quite okay with my tea, thank you.
Have you had
I am very
iced tea?
yes. Why are you crunching?
How? Are you sure this isn't ice? I don't know if that's snow.
All in sort of like the fact that you've drawn its attention and the speak of all these other things. I feel like there is a lot going on with your group that you haven't told me. I mean, I was only drawn to you with reports of your friend Felicité's time excursions, but there seems to be a lot more than that, isn't there?
I mean, I haven't seen him in a while, but Freezy Boy pops up every now and again.
Freezy Boy. Who is Freezy Boy?
Long black hair, sulks in a corner, likes cold.
Is this a...
Your local teenager.
This is a spirit of some description, yes?
Yeah. I think, it's like people call him the girl, I think.
Ah. And what are they to you?
A nuisance sometimes. Someone. I mean, they're the reason I'm here. They helped me with stuff in my village, and then I just had to go with them somewhere, and then I ended up with everyone here.
I see. Well, it's very unusual for... Make me an insight
Wait a
check
minute.
when...
Hmm?
Make me an
Oh, yeah,
insight
no.
check as Arlen's talking to you about this, by the way.
Oh my god.
Nope, nothing at all.
I go. Oh! Wait a minute. I might be able to see him now because it's all snowy again. And I kind of have a look around, see if I can see him anywhere.
You can make a spell... we do it off your spell casting modifier, see if you can make contact.
It's my spell casting. So what do I do?
I believe it should be +5, so just roll a d20 and add 5.
Is it +4? Because that's my modifier.
Oh, your modifier is 4. Sorry, I assumed you had 5.
No, I mean, like, I have spell attack +6, but modifier is +4. So I should just roll my charisma, basically.
Yes.
Oh my god. It was about to be a
Amazing.
19!
You look around, and it's just... you're just mod check. That's all you're doing. Any girls? Mod check? Nope. It could be too high, maybe. Maybe the girl isn't good with heights. You don't know. You've never been this high before.
I look around like, I can't find him. And I shout out into this, and it's just like, Oi! Freezy fuck, where are you?
The The silence is rather deafening.
He usually pops up. Maybe he doesn't like you.
That is very likely.
No. Maybe
I
if
have
you
not.
go away, he'll come out and say hello.
Well, I can't really go away as I'm also on this boat. Now, if you would like, I could drop you off on a mountain if you're in dire need of communication.
No, it's okay. I'll wait. He's getting a good talking to when I see him next anyway, so.
Has he been avoiding you or something?
Oh, well, so he told us about the place when we go into. He told us to go down into the sewers because there was like some cold stuff there, but not proper cold, and he didn't like it. So he's like, "Yeah, you can get rid of that for me if you want." I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go get rid of that for you." And then bad stuff happened, like traumatizing stuff happened, and I haven't seen him since. So I needed to ask you if you're trying to kill us.
I see. Well, I have quite a lot of experience with otherworldly entities, just
Hmm.
not that one in particular.
Okay.
So, if you feel it's important, we can anchor somewhere. It could
I
be that
mean,
their rules prevent them from not being attached to the land. That is quite common.
we can try if it's not like dangerous to stop in the blizzard. I know a lot of people don't like blizzards and stuff, so.
Well, we've already slowed down, and I will be able to see if we're about to collide with something, but we still have to proceed with caution. But it won't be an issue to stop as
Sure.
long as everybody.
Let's go. Jump on a mountain.
Very well, I will inform your friends. And you all hear in your minds, because it's a telepathic, it's easier than them going downstairs. That there will be a temporary stop as we are stopping at a mountain because Aira wants to talk to the girl.
Mm.
Yeah. So the ship anchors at a nearby mountain. You are high. Actually, where you are now, you would be, because this is day 2 of travel. Actually, no, this is the beginning of day 3, so you would be in the path. You'd be in the Airgill Mountains. He's on this. You'd probably be in this pass here. Yeah. Olin brings the ship into the lee of one of the mountains so that like the wind and snow isn't battering against the ship in the same way. It's reasonably sheltered here. It's still snowy and cold and windy, but it's not as bad. And they, yeah. Anyone who wants to do something whilst the ship is anchored here. And you can see that in order to anchor it, basically there is a magical line, so it looks like kind of looks like a piece of twine, but it's like harpoon, and it shoots into the side of the rock, but it's a glowy like pale blue line of magic anchoring the ship. And a small ladder will descend from the ship to the rock.
How's the airline food? It's crunchy.
Conscious. Does anyone else want to do anything while Stera gets off the ship?
No.
Xander stumbles off the ship hastily.
Stumbles?
Yes. Because he's happy to, because he wants to get back on the land, so he does it quick enough that he stumbles and just flops into the snow.
Okay, we have to go down a ladder.
Well, that's one way to get down the ladder quick.
Okay. Roll me. I just want to know how much damage you're taking. Roll me a dex saving throw.
Wow.
$19. Okay. You will take a single point of bludgeoning damage. You avoid. You are very fortunate, and you avoid the sharper rocks on these very pointy mountains, and you land on a flat piece and just like squash your nose. But it
Oh, no.
hurts like hell because you just jumped onto rock.
You're just going. Anyone else joining us on the mountain?
I don't think Roz is. Are you, Felicite?
Nope.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, I want to have a look out for the girl again.
Okay. You can now roll your thing with advantage as you're on
With
the land.
advantage. Okay.
And it's been a while.
Oh my god.
You're really bad at rolling.
Well, I was really good, and then one of the things I've got no bonus. I was doing great. Things I've got actual bonus me terrible.
So, you wander around the top of this mountain. I mean, you're not like at the spire of this mountain, to be fair. You're reasonably far down this mountain in this raging storm. You walk for easily 20 minutes. Like you can't see the ship like in your
Oh, wow.
wanderings. You know that you like walk down the mountain, so if you walk back up the mountain you probably find it again. But you don't see any sign of the girl at all. However, you see ahead of you there is a cave. Like a
Okay.
cave mouth.
I'll go in the cave.
Okay. Inside this cave, you see there is a small hollow inside this cave. And in the middle of it, you can see that there is white pebbles placed in a circle. There are still like debris and boulders behind, but there is a circle in the center of this room made of white pebbles.
Have I seen anything like that before?
You can make me a religion check. Because I need to know how much information to give you. With an 11, you would identify this as some form of fairy circle.
Okay.
Specifically what it would be, you have no idea. But they exist. They're very, very common in Howland places. As you're like looking around the circle, from behind a rock at the back of the chamber, you see a small figure approach you, armed with a spear. The spear is like tipped with a frozen rock. But this creature they are about 3 foot tall.
Okay.
They are completely covered in white fur.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like the best description. I mean, Yeti already look like anthropomorphic things, so they look like that. They look like some sort of white furred anthropomorphic mountain creature. There you go. That's
So,
your
like a
mind.
short yeti.
A very little yeti, and they're brandishing a spear at you.
I
And
go, whoa, hello.
what do you want?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was out there looking for Freezy Boy, the girl. I saw the cave, and I was wondering, oh, what's this cave?
How do you know the girl?
Oh, he's like, uh, I mean, I know him. Like, he's a bit of an asshole, bit unhelpful. But I know him. I talk to him regularly. I used to, anyway.
This creature goes, like, looks at you. It's like very, very, very cautious, very on edge. Goes, like, leans behind the rock and pulls out a piece of rock that has a little fire. It's like a rock lantern, and holds it. Like, come towards you. Don't move. And
Okay.
holds up the lantern to you, so like your face is illuminated by the lights.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that this creature like looks up at you. There is a flash of realization on his face. He puts the lantern down and he kneels on one leg. I'm so sorry, Your Highness. I had no idea.
I'm sorry, what? I think you're confused. Please get up, get up, get up.
They like stand up a bit. I had no idea. I didn't know that you were coming. Nobody told me. Although, to be fair, nobody ever visits here anyway.
I'm really confused. I don't know what you're on about.
You are the girl's family, are you not?
I'm what?
Well, you look like him.
Do I?
Well, I would say so. I'm only
Fuck!
seen.
Bastard!
Is there some? I think I may have trodden in something.
I really need to talk to him. Do
Well,
you know any way I can get in touch with him? Because he seems to be ignoring me.
This is a confluence. There is many ley lines that come through this place, and as a member of his family, you are free to traverse the gateways.
Do I know what that means?
Make me. I mean, I think you would have a sense because it's just basic mythology things. Gateways is definitely referring to lots of fairy tales around people who cross between the other world.
Is he talking about the circle?
That would be the assumption, yes.
Okay, so if I stand in a circle, I should be able to.
You will be teleported to the other world, yes.
Okay. Where does it lead to exactly? The circle?
My brother and me, Star Circle leads to the mountains that overlook the swamps, which are the home of the crone. But if you were to cross the mountains far, 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 you would eventually manage to find the frozen fields. Those are the girl's domain. We only keep the portals. We are not servants of the Great Ones.
Would you say that the ley lines are the ley lines are strong here? Like
Oh,
wherever.
yes. This is the concentration, the confluence of them all.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get in contact with him by saying over here. Then I sit down and like try and tap into the ley lines.
Okay.
Just to
Roll me your d20.
My D20.
and you need to roll under. Well, whatever. I just need to know what the number is.
Oh.
An 8. Okay, so it's only a little bit above your druid level. Okay. So you reach through and you try to contact the girl.
I essentially just send a message that is shouting, going, "I get here now," to him.
After probably about 10-15 minutes, at the mouth of the cave, you see a silhouette. A very familiar silhouette. And behind you, the creature, which I feel like, because you know what you know of fairies, you would know is an Asher, which is one of these.
Oh.
They're basically the guardians of fairy circles, and they always exist in sibling pairs. One guards one side, one guards the other.
That's cool.
And yeah, as soon as the silhouette appears in the entrance to the cave, the Asher behind you kneels immediately, all deference, etc.
I look and go, "You."
He points at himself. Me?
Okay, I have a few things to talk to you about. One, did you send us down to die in that sewers?
Drugs? No.
Okay. Why didn't you warn us of what exactly was down there? Or more of the danger of what was down there?
You never asked?
Okay. Now, 3. This fine fellow seems to think that I am related to you.
When you say that, like, you know that the girl is like completely white, 100% totally white.
Mm.
He instantly blushes and goes bright blue, and like turns to like evaporate into the blizzard. Basically,
No.
he's halfway through being evaporated into the blizzard, and like you see his face. It's just his face now in the blizzard.
Stay. Just want to talk. Just give me an answer.
You really want the answer?
Yeah, because I just cried my eyes out to some random person thinking they were my parents a few days ago.
Well, wouldn't that
If you know who
be
my parents
better?
are, no. No, I
But they're
wouldn't.
here.
Doesn't matter. I just want to know.
Your parents are back in your village, right?
Yeah, but not my biological parents. They never
Does that
treated me the same.
you can do an insight check if you would like.
Oh my god. It never goes well for me.
13. I mean, you have never seen the girl as uncomfortable as they very evidently are now. He looks uh, I can't
You can't.
If I
You
answer
can't
your
what?
question,
Yeah.
everything gets ruined.
Why does it get ruined?
Because then you start being different.
Why would I be different?
Because people treat them different.
Treat who different?
Like you just see the girl just like, I'm dying inside. This is so awkward. I hate this so much.
The faster you tell me, the faster you can stop feeling so uncomfortable and go away.
Okay.
Who are you to me?
He takes one really, really, really massive deep breath. I'm your parents, and then vanishes. In just like the wind gust goes and just evaporates instantly.
I'm like, piece of shit. I just sit there for a bit, like.
Majesty, can I help at all?
Just give me a moment.
Very well.
I just sit there for a bit, like. Okay.
He goes back to the back of the cave, and like you can see that what before you'd enter the cave, he'd shoved all this stuff behind the rock, but now that like coast is clear, you see him like pulling out on this little like wooden slat a little bonfire, like a tiny 3-foot sized person little bonfire, and you can see there's like sticks and there's some. I mean, they look like little marshmallows, but they're just like ever so tiny little chunks of meat that he's just like spinning on a very, very tiny little spit on top of the fire. You don't mind if I was in the middle of lunch.
Oh God, go ahead.
Just keeps turning it. And you can see that there's like one side of it, because it wasn't being turned for a while. There is a little bit that is a bit charred. But
Oh,
like
no.
it's still good. It's just a little, it's not gonna be as good as it was.
I'm like, okay. Do you have any idea why he wouldn't have told me?
I'm but an Escher. We are guardians, we are keepers and watchers. We don't get involved in family politics. Well, unless my brother was to be, rude to one of them, and then I would be involved, but I haven't spoken to him
that
in
makes sense.
quite a long time. Nobody's come through this gate. I think we
Do
should move it.
you mean to go through the gate and give him a message for you? I'll come back.
Oh no. I don't know
Sure.
what I would send.
Oh, okay.
I think that it was just poor planning on our part to have our gate so high in the mountains. Although it wasn't always this high. It was a lot lower before.
Oh? How long ago was that?
Oh, at least 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Time's very strange in this world.
Hmm. I mean, these mountains have been here as long as I know, so
And that's more than 3 years?
that's more than 3 years.
Wow. That's a very long time.
It is a very long time. Well, I'll let you get back to your lunch. Thank you for not stabbing me.
I'm glad I didn't. I didn't recognize you to start with, and that is my folly. But I will remember your face, and I will tell all those that I see the glory of your house. And he bows very
Thanks.
solemnly.
Oh, don't bow. It's fine. Don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna go. got some. I got someone to apologize to.
I wish you all the luck in the world with that.
Okay. Send me a message if you want to on the ley line sometime if you want.
Oh, very well. If I'm permitted to know Your Majesty's name, it will make
Oh,
it easier.
my name's Iragwin.
A very appropriate name.
Thank you.
I am Granite.
Oh, very lovely name.
Don't, if you ever meet my brother, don't say his name wrong, because the last person who did, he did rather club them. His
And what's
name
your
is
brother's name?
Schist.
Sorry, what?
See? Everybody up here always mishears that. It's Schist.
Schist. Ah, no, it's the wind is howling. I didn't quite hear what you
Yes.
said. That's all it was.
But if you say it wrong, he's going to try and kill you, even if you are a princess.
That's fair. I will remember his name. It's also a very great name. Okay, I'll leave you to your food.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
bows very, very properly and goes back to turning the tiny little marshmallow-sized steak on his little fire.
I make my way back to the ship. It's getting slightly angry, like just like in my own head, getting angry. Every now and again, just kicking some snow, just
Yeah.
throwing snow off the mountain.
Make a perception check when you're at the edge of that cave, by the way, just because I'm curious. 19. Okay, so with a 19, you can see no sign whatsoever of the girl, but with a 19, you hear a noise that is very odd. You hear the echo of a very loud roar, but it's very, very faint.
Raw.
A very loud roar, but this is very faint.
I see. Okay. Can I tell what this like what direction it came from?
With 19, yeah, you would know that it's coming from the east. Yes, it'd be coming from the east.
Okay, and where's the ship compared to me? Is it to the north?
The ship
South?
the ship would be up from you. Also,
Just
this
up,
does
just
not
up.
sound like this sounds like this is literally miles and miles and miles away.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how quiet it is.
Okay. As I go, shut up to the raw. Just shut up.
Then you just hear sorry. No, just kidding.
And then they go up the mountain.
This
This
is
is the
just
ship.
a yeti, just like standing on a mountain roaring, and then you're like, "Shut up!" He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." Okay.
Okay.
After about, I mean, it's probably more than an hour by the time you get back, because you did have to go quite away from the ship. I assume at this point that Xander has not stayed in the snowbank the entire time.
Why not?
Okay, that's fine. Could you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please? I need to know if you get frostbite.
He just falls into snow.
Oh,
and
he's
just stays there.
fluffy.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
he can be as fluffy
built
as he likes.
for
He's still gonna get frostbite eventually.
He's
My
built for cold.
beans.
With 15, you don't have frostbite, but you very nearly have frostbite if you stay out here much longer after an hour.
My beans are cold.
You should get little bean mittens. Just
Oh
one
my
little mitten
God,
per
I'm
bean.
I've just now seen the boat token.
I was not
Oh,
going to
you
draw
can't put
attention to it.
beans on toast.
Also, Garn, you have to put everybody else in the boat.
Well, there was only 3 of us, and I did it quick.
Okay, that's fair.
I can do a vowel one for next time.
Yeah. So Olin has still been on deck the entire time, just like watching over the deck, giving you your space and your time. Has been a little bit. Actually, you know what? That's probably how you didn't get frostbite, Xander. Is periodically, Olin would just like pour boiling water off the deck onto you, which would be cool enough by the time it got to you.
No, it's like
But
that
that
thing where
makes
you pour
me
boiling
mad.
Mystery
water and it
water
turns
falling onto the violent cat. That sounds like a great
Yeah.
idea.
No, Huck, when
No.
you pour boiling water in like really cold things, it freezes. Like it does the thing where it turns to snow.
Oh yeah, it sublimates, doesn't it? It turns
Yeah.
instantly to. Okay, well in that case, they would do a
ice.
magic thing to try and warm you.
I was gonna say it'll just make me kind of warm and then just turn me to a block of ice.
Like what's the
You get back to the ship.
Xander is
You
just
just like
gone full
carbonite.
loaf.
This
Is it-
big ice block.
is it
Yeah.
prestidigitation that heats up clothes?
Yeah, but it's not at range, and Olin's not getting
I
off the
mean,
ship.
I'm sure Olin knows a way to do it at range.
Oh, if Olin wanted to, but. Okay, yeah, so you arrive back at the ship. Do you want to do anything to... Oh, is that you standing on Xander? Oh no, Xander, you lost your hand!
So
Oh no.
I get back to the top of the thing. Come on, Xander, it's time to go.
Is your friend going to be
fine.
okay? And were you successful?
Yeah, I'll let you know in a minute.
Do you need any
So-
assistance, Xander?
Fine. He'll go back on the ship slowly.
Remember that the deck of the ship is like a nice, pleasant room temperature.
Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
well, if we're all good, I can get the ship going again. Is there anything anyone else needs to do?
I'm good. I grab
Very
some
well.
snow and throw it off the ship.
I would rather like to get underway. There was a worrying noise, but that's okay. And they go and they start the ship. They like weigh anchor and then they start the ship going again.
Okay. I talked to Olin. Can I talk to you?
Yes, of course.
Oh, like in private.
Oh, the unseen spirits count, or do you want me to tell them to go to?
Oh, it doesn't matter about them. They do what they do.
Yes. Yes. Are you okay communicating telepathically?
I've never done it before.
Well, I mean, we can go to the nest, and there is a rune of silence up there,
Sure.
as you found out, but it will mean that we will have to communicate mentally.
Am I able to reply mentally?
Oh, yes, you will be able to.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
worry.
then that'll do. That'll do.
Very well. And you both go up the crow's nest. You cram into the very small crow's nest. Presumably, if you want to stand, if you want to sit, it's going to be even funnier.
I sit on like the edge of the basket.
Yeah, Olin stay standing. And then this is all mentally, so nobody. If anyone comes on deck, all they will see is Olin and Aira in the crow's nest, and that's it. No sound. What is the problem?
First, I want to apologize for how I was back in. I forgot the name of the place. Odysseus. And the glares I've been giving you.
Right, about the misunderstanding?
Yes. I was very. A lot of things happened, and then that I needed something to hold on to, and the whole misunderstanding. And then I just wanted to be annoyed at someone. So sorry, I took it out on you, but thank you for what you've done. I got in touch with the girl.
That's good, and you don't need to apologize. These misunderstandings happen all the time.
Mm. So turns out they're my parents. He's my parents. Not entirely sure. It was very quick.
That's certainly a development.
Yeah, I don't know what to do, and I don't know whether or not anyone. He said people would react bad. That's why he didn't tell me. But I thought, with you being all knowledgeable, maybe shine some light on it.
Well, I can't do it here, but when we are down on deck, if you wouldn't be opposed, I can try to magically observe you,
Sure.
and with that information, I have quite a few books here that I should be able to access on those sorts of topics. You do not appear to be a creature from the other world. You do not. I mean, this isn't meant as a slight. You obviously have Fey aspects, but you are a Ladrin, are you not?
Yes.
Yes. So that's
Maybe.
not.
I don't know. I'm not entirely 100% on my.
Well, if we can go and I can determine whether or not you are, that will be able to provide you some clearer answers. But as you do not outwardly seem to be an otherworldly spirit to me, I believe there may be more to it, and perhaps, I mean, it's possible that the girl is not deceiving you or has omitted portions of the truth, or I don't know. Perhaps they found you in a storm or something and they
They.
adopted you as their own.
Well, I don't know. All I do know is that they were very embarrassed about telling and saying it as well.
They were. This is most perplexing. Yes. Well, if we can go downstairs, I can perform the ritual and identify anything that may be there, so to speak.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down and lie in the snow. I'll be on deck.
Okay. So once you're on deck, Olin will cast a spell of determining sort of the nature of your being. I'm pretty sure Eladrin are still fey creatures.
Mm.
So you will pop up as correct for your person of being a Eladrin, so you are magical. But they sort of look at you very puzzled. I will need to go and check through my books. I assume you will be okay out here.
Yeah. Yeah. doesn't look like he can be up here, so
No,
I'm not going to start getting annoyed and seeing him anytime soon.
I believe that for
Shit.
many of the creatures of the other world, the nature of these airships makes it difficult for them to apparate on them.
Hmm.
But I shall go and I shall inquire. And they go into the they go into the back of the ship. They go to their rooms. You see them like go into their room, to their library. They don't go to any of the books that are sort of like publicly available books. They go to presumably their private library inside their bedroom.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's going to take them some time, but they will return. Okay. I assume everybody else is huddling below decks, out the cold.
More or less.
Yeah.
Okay. So if nobody wants to do anything, then sort of a few hours later, Olin will return to the top of the deck. Aira.
Hmm.
So, I have consulted with. I mean, it was only a quick survey. I have more records in Serentor that I can look into this more thoroughly. I have a. I suppose it's a hypothesis.
Okay.
It is not a this is what happened. It's a hypothesis. Okay, just to be very clear on this.
Mm-hmm.
The nature of yourself, you are of this world. You may have parts, you are influenced from the other world, but you are of this world. You are not a fey creature in your entirety. The complication with that is that I think that means that you it is one of two things. Either you were found, whether or not you were born yet, but you were found by the girl and adopted in a ritual. It is possible, however, as these spirits are the way that they are, that your mother, so to speak, could be from this world, and they would still be your parent. But then if your mother died, then perhaps they consider themselves to be both your parents. Fey spirits, they could have just created your entire being if they so wished, but that would be very strange, and I don't see a purpose to it. And although they are quite chaotic and difficult to understand, normally they do have at least a reason. It's just very hard to find out what it is.
Hmm. He didn't
But
really seem very. It took quite a bit out of him to get that information. It seemed so.
well,
Yeah,
I assume if the girl has been with you most of your life, then perhaps they are worried about the nature of your relationship changing.
I suppose.
But I would assume, from what you have described, that whatever events transpired at your birth, they were directly involved. you have more Fey about you, if that makes sense. I believe that in time, if so inclined, the other Fey beings may give you the opportunity to choose. You are between these two worlds. I am familiar with the sensation, but I believe your circumstance is quite different.
Oh?
Olin looks around. Everybody else is below deck. So nobody else is on deck right now.
Hmm.
I do ask that you do not share this with anyone, as nobody does know. Well, nobody living, anyway.
Yes, I wouldn't. I have no reason to, I think.
You see that their elven features dissolve away, and you see underneath that they are blue, they have double pointed ears, they have antenna, and they look incredibly Fey-like.
Didn't I see that before?
You did. You saw it momentarily when they got distracted.
So did I.
Yeah, so did Roz.
When was that again?
It was on
That was after your outburst at the
It
house.
was my
Yeah.
outburst! No!
because they got very
Oh.
embarrassed.
Oh, I remember seeing you like that. It wasn't it it wasn't my imagination.
No, I do my very best to maintain concentration. However, I am still but a mortal, and I can become agitated is the best word for it. But I am the most common word in your language is changeling. I
I see.
was swapped at birth by some creature in the other world for who I am. But I am also me. It's just that this is how I appear. I only discovered this much later in my life. But there are those in the other world who treat such beings with reverence. Now, I have no idea which entity made this decision for me, but I have come to terms with it, and I have dealt with many otherworldly beings since, and they think very little of it. It is only certain entities within the other world that would treat you differently. However, as your situation is different and you are directly, I mean, if the girl declares you so, then as far as they are concerned, it is so. You are their child, then you will be treated differently. You will be treated as royalty by those in the other world.
Yeah. At the cave I was at, I found the cave. That's how I found all this out. This cave, really close to the ley line, a lot of ley line things. There was a fairy circle, and there was an Asia.
Yes, the Asher. Very
Asia.
dutiful people, the Asher.
Called me Your Highness and stuff.
Yes, they would.
Without knowing anything else, just as soon as they saw me.
Yes. Your countenance will tip off a lot of the right sort of creatures for. I should also say that this would likely lead you to trouble in certain courts as well. All of
Oh,
the
good.
different great powers of the other world will make assumptions about you based purely on the fact that you resemble the girl. But
I never noticed that I resembled the girl.
I think that perhaps the form that the girl appears for you is for your benefit and not others.
I see.
His countenance will not be the same to the eyes of those in the other world.
Oh. Wow. thank you for this.
You are very welcome. It
It's-
is not a comfortable situation to be in, I can assure you. And they go back to being elf Olin. Honestly, I've spent more of my life like this than I have as I am. It seems just natural to live as such. But where it can be of comfort, I will make sure that I can help where I can.
Huh. Sorry, I'm just still thinking about it. It's still a lot.
Yeah. It is. This is why I believe that there is much more that brought your party to the attention of the God of Curiosity.
That bastard.
I believe there may be more to tell about all of your party's members. I don't think that they are as curious about me, though I do not claim to understand how the small gods, how their whims change. They can be quite tiresome.
Do you think I should tell the rest of them about me?
That
Do you
is
think
your
they
decision.
would? How do people usually react to this kind of thing?
Well, I have only ever told. Well, that's not true. I have told those who I traveled with many, many years ago, and I have traveled a great deal since, and I have thought it prudent not to. But it is a difficult thing to share, even with closest family. None in my family know of who I am, or what I am, sorry. Which is why I don't spend a lot of time with them, to be fair. But apart from Thelian, of course, my nieces and nephews, they are quite pleasant to spend time with. My dearest papa and mama, on the other hand, I would not recommend to even my enemies.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll think about this.
It is good to judge before how people might respond to otherworldly entities.
I go back to lying on the deck, just lying there, like in like a starfish kind of plump.
Yeah. Okay. And if there's nothing anyone else wants to do for the rest of the day, then the day will come to an end. Again, if nobody wants to do anything, then there's gonna be a couple days at skip of travel, because there's only like a few things that will happen unless people want to do stuff. So a few days pass. So you are probably on day 4, I would say, of travel. And somebody who isn't Garn can roll the weather. And then I'm going to be asking everyone for perception checks, but the weather will affect this.
What?
You want to roll the weather? I rolled before Garn today.
Oh.
$29? Okay, yeah, the blizzard is not improving in the slightest. Okay. So,
He's being pissy.
where we are going to... Maybe. Where we are going to end it today is I would like perception checks to find out exactly how I'm going to describe how we end it today. Ooh, good. Ooh. Felicity, you want to do perception? Amazing.
My mind
Roz
is
and
elsewhere.
So, Roz and Xander, very not quite as distant as it was for Aira, but distant enough. You hear multiple guttural roars echoing around the mountains.
I roll back.
Raw.
Wait.
I just sort of shoot up and just like, what the hell was that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, see? Xander, thank you for Xander, as scary as ever. So
Moo.
Roz, you would be able to predict, because of your own roars, that if you were to scale up your roaring, the roaring you can hear echoing around the mountains sounds suspiciously like a large version of your roar.
His hands settle on some wood. They grip it very, very tightly.
And that is where we are
A
going
sharp
to end.
breath.
Oh.
Is taken in. And that's it. Yes. Okay.
Yep. And that is where we're going to end. Just Roz being like, ah! Internal screaming. I also do love the fact that Xander can't roll a decent roll to save his life.
And I'm just going, wow. Just meowing.
Xander goes to roar and then like snow just straight to the mouth.
Yep.
Mm.
Okay, so let's go. I'm going to find someone to do a raider, but thank you all very, very much. I hope you had a good time.
Indeed, absolutely.
And we will be back next Sunday, hopefully with a full house next Sunday, for the arrival into Halliash. Oh, well, sorry, whatever is going to happen after this, but also maybe you'll arrive in Halliash now. Maybe I was getting a bit ahead of myself. We'll see.
We'll see.
But I will go and send these lovely people off on a wonderful raid. But thank you all very, very much. I'll be back in a little bit, but you know
Thank
the
you for
drill.
running.
Okay. Thank you all so much. Okay, I've got some thank yous to do today. Thank you very much. Funkin' Bro. I don't think I thanked the other person because the other person was a bot. Thank you, Fire. Hello, Fire. Hope you're doing good. And thank you, Pokey, for the resubs. Thank you. Much appreciado. We're gonna go find someone to do a raid too. Oh, Jamalki's live, Ninma's live. Should we go raid? We'll go raid Gem. And I will give you some raid messages. And this raid message. And again, reminder that the VOD should be up on the YouTube in a little bit, probably later tonight. I don't know exactly when, because it will depend entirely. But have yourselves a lovely rest of your day. I'll be live again tomorrow at the usual time, not the 3 o'clock for D&D. And yeah, and we'll see where we're going to go with this D&D. There's going to be horrible, terrifying monsters coming up soon, so you can all look forward to that. But for now, bye 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 everybody. Bye 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 bye. Goodbye. Bye 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 bye.